Today's review is an interesting one, nothing against this weapon at all, but it came out at the absolute worst time. Now fortunately, all downfalls of this weapon are masked and helped by certain perks. Today is all about the solar high impact 360 RPM auto rifle, Chrysura Melo. I'm actually going to give this auto a good review. There's a very weird perk combination that I'm going to recommend. After playing multiple roles, I came to that combo conclusion. However, all in all, I don't recommend it currently, plain and simple. Season of the Lost didn't do it any favors, and if this AR came out maybe in a different season, a previous season, I think it would be fine. But the issue is, what it has going for it is that auto rifles are the only thing in the artifact that has anti-barrier. That's great on the surface, but in practice, it becomes an issue. This artifact, we do see anti-barrier, auto rifle, but it's an energy, a solar AR. You're taking up that energy spot. Each season has had some powerful combinations with mods. We've had rockets that are really good, recently grenade launchers, and now fusions, linear fusions. So if you equip this auto rifle, you lose Vex Mythoclast, Lorentz Driver, any legendary fusion rifle, like this Exile's Curse with Vorpal, it's great. You lose abusing particle deconstruction in that slot, and pairing that with a heavier linear fusion like the Regret, the Needle. Then on top of that, the fusions double as unstoppable this season. So that leaves mostly your anti-barrier AR this season coming from your kinetic slot with all these powerful mods going on within the artifact. And that's what I do recommend this season. It's way too powerful not to do it. It's going to put you in a situation where you're going to ask yourself, should I even go for this auto rifle? For most of you, no. You're not going to. But the ones that do, you're doing so to stash it. We all know that vault space, it's an all-time premium right now. Seems like no matter what you do, you're always at $499 to $500. In the end though, if a weapon drops, regardless of the weapon, we always look at them as always worth it to look at. So when you do, see what's there, and maybe it has some of these things that I'm talking about. There are certain things that you do want on it. If you want to use it for the Crucible as a change of pace, that's an entirely different story. But with all that being said, let's break it down. High impact frame is the only solar energy non-sunset. Scratch that, it's actually the only solar high impact in the game. It has that going for it too. It has abysmal base stats for the archetype. It's highlighted by its 22 base stability. It's got 37 handling. And with that 22 stability, I don't care who you are, where you play, M&K, controller, Wii nunchuck, it doesn't matter. That's bad, it's felt, very jumpy. Making consecutive shots to land, to hit its TTK, makes it kind of difficult, especially when there's return fire when you're being flinched. It's even more difficult. It does have an 86 recoil direction stat, which is pretty vertical, but it wouldn't hurt to push this thing all the way to 100. Could it be by a counterbalance mod, by a recoil direction perk like Chambered? I'll get into that. The range band is 27.8 to 32.6 meters. Now, the 27.8, that's with steady rounds added. This has a range penalty. The 32.6 is with 100 range, and this AR gets max range pretty easily. Let's say small bore accurized, range masterwork. You can do it without full bore, but you must take into account that 22 stability. It's bad, it feels bad, anything helps. You can easily double the stability on this thing, and you should. So for the barrel, the top 4 barrels go to fluted, +5 stability, +15 handling, polygonal, +9 stability, small bore, +7 stability and +6 range, and then chambered compensator. +10 recoil, so it brings it to 96, +9 stability, -5 handling. The handling we can help. I'll get to that in a moment. For the magazine, I would highly consider steady rounds, +14 added to its base 22, it's huge. It's a big help. And even though Vex got its RPM buff, it also got that stability buff. And for those of you using Vex, you feel that. Having high stability on a slower shooting weapon is deadly, or at least it can be. After steady rounds, look for accurized and then tac mag. Tac mag gives +5 stability. You need to get it whenever it comes up. Before I go on, remember, auto rifles are the easiest, cheapest costing mods in the game. Targeting, 2 energy. Reloader, 2 energy. Unflinching, it's all 2 energy, so use them. Throw them on. With a base handling of 37, targeting is a massive help for your aim down sight speed. The base reload of 36, again, reloaders help tremendously. It really helps these weapons out. So if you can spare it in your build, it's highly recommended. They have a 0.83 TTK, relaxed 5 head 1 body. The 0.83 is the slowest of the auto rifles. For the perks, fortunately, luckily, the perk set helps this AR archetype. Node 1, dynamic sway reduction. It adds +9 stability over time. And when it starts to kick in, you're in the final 2-3 bullets in a 1v1. But if you're spraying, continually holding down, you're getting the full benefit. The main thing about it is the great increase to accuracy, helping land bullets in a gunfight. You can't go wrong, and that can't go unnoticed. With stability and landing shots being very important on this thing, it's a great perk for it. Heating Up. Lasts for 5.5 seconds. After you get a kill, you get 15 accuracy plus 15 stability. Negative 20 recoil direction. Heating Up times 2, 30 accuracy plus 30 stability, 40 recoil direction. So after a kill, you have 100 recoil direction plus 15 stability. You pair that with steady rounds, your 22 base stability skyrockets to 43. It's pretty much doubled. These are the types of things that you should be looking for with this thing. Encore. Somewhat weird perk. I'm going to talk about it more later. A precision kill gets you plus 10 range stat. It maxes out at times 3. So if you were to add a stack, get it going, if you have any range perks on there, at times 3, you are at the 100 range cap. On a body shot final blow though, it removes a stack, you get accuracy cone growth, plus 30 stability. This can be reset on kills, it lasts for 7 seconds. Again, great low-key perk on this particular weapon. Outlaw, fast reload on a precision final blow, 4 times a charm, get some ammo back after consecutive headshots. Ensemble, not bad in a fire team setting. Within 15 meters of your allies, you get plus 30 handling and a reload bump. Both help the downfalls of this archetype. Second column, Dragonfly, fun PvE perk. Demolitionist, get 10% grenade energy with your kills. Throwing the grenade reloads the weapon. Multi-kill clip, damage perk that refreshes on kills. You can get a stack to a times 3, times 1 17%, times 2 33%, and times 3 is 50% more damage. Frenzy, be in combat for 12 seconds, this weapon gets 15% increased damage and bumps the handling and reload. Harmony, get a kill with another weapon, switch to this AR, it deals 20% more damage for 7 seconds. It has a 3-second activation window to make that switch. And then Thresh, more super energy on kills. If you wanted to use this in PvE, you can. Again, I don't recommend it this season, but if you want to use it for general play right now, sure. If you look at this right side, this thing is set up for PvE. All of them work. Dragonfly, Demo, MKC, Frenzy, Harmony, Thresh, all of them. You can make a Thresh build, a Harmony build if you wanted to. PvE specific though, Frenzy or Demolitionist is probably best suited. But when it comes to that first column, I do love Heating Up in PvE. Very easy to get a times 2, the plus 30 accuracy, the 30 stability, very much noticeable. The shots land better overall and definitely from a distance. But the other one to pair with one of these perks is going to be Encore, believe it or not. Encore Frenzy is a very interesting combination because again, you have this added damage, 15% at all times. Encore after time at a times 3, you inch up to that 100 range cap, pushing the damage out further. This is also keeping in mind that your barrel and mag went to helping your stability. If you land a body shot, that's okay. It gets a big increase to the stability and accuracy. It's a win-win. It's an interesting AR for PvE, helping the accuracy and stability goes far with it. For the Crucible, this auto rifle really only gets to a point where it needs to be respected when it has a damage perk. The .83 base gets beat out a lot. It gets outranged by a lot of things, so a focus here for me is going to be multi-kill clip. Sure, you can get a demo build going, a Harmony build. Harmony kind of gets its own spot. It does work well when you pair it with a sniper or a shotgun, get a kill with one of those, switch to the Melo, get that 20% more damage. But beyond that, I have never ever recommended this perk in PvP, but with this archetype, with what it needs, with what the perk is doing, Encore multi-kill clip. An issue with Encore is that you usually just don't know what to do. Should I get a headshot? Get that tad bit more range? Should I get a body shot for that bit of a stability increase? Well, in the Crucible, you can't go wrong. You're pairing it with multi-kill clip, so if you land a headshot, you're pushing out that ×1 stack of 17% more damage a little bit further out. And even if it's past the intended range, the damage is helping make up for it, the perk is helping make up for it. But in the case of getting a body shot, plus 30 stability is instantly felt. And unlike Heating Up, you need a ×2 to get to that plus 30. This only needs a body shot kill. So once you get that first kill, you keep chaining that ×1 stack of damage. Regardless of head or body, it makes this AR better, simply better. And honestly, if my enemy isn't looking at me, I'm trying to get a body shot final blow. When you have stability perks, you're getting it into that 60, 70, 80 stability with Encore, pairing it with multi-kill clip. I've used all the rolls for this thing, and this one was surprisingly the best performing. But with that said, you can't discount Heating Up multi-kill clip. That transition, reloading, ×1, 17% more damage, plus 15 more stability and accuracy, that's felt too. Both are going to be good on it, but I was mostly surprised by Encore, because Encore needs a special archetype to help make that perk shine, and this is one of those archetypes. You can get headshot stacks to get to that 100 range cap, body shots, you get over double your base stability. It works, and it works well. Ultimately though, like I started with, Season of the Lost didn't do it any favors. You're mostly going to be stashing this thing. It being solar, being the only one, that helps the case, but for a lot of you, it's not worth it overall. And in the Crucible, it only gets really dangerous with Harmony or multi-kill clip, and it does well with those strictly in 6v6. It's a good weapon, but ultimately, it's overshadowed. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. And if you're looking for a new controller, I am partnered with Scuff Gaming. Use the link down below and my code COOL at checkout for a discount. Let's talk about the Chrysura Melo down below. What are your thoughts? Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.